You better buckle up and hold on, because I'm about to put up a fight.
We're down to just 4 players on Big Brother 26, and I fear we have a cliffhanger before the final eviction episode, which is infuriating and also classic Big Brother.
I will not give Cam the opportunity to take me out.
Welcome to Oh Brother. I'm Anna Rumor with PopCulture, and we are coming down to the final week of Big Brother 26. We've got the HOH, we've got the veto, we've got a lot of stuff to get into, so let's do it. It's down to the final 4 in the Big Brother house. We are almost at the end, and it seems kind of inevitable that Chelsie is gonna win this whole thing, right? All right, let's break down this final week of gameplay. I'm bringing in my friend and co-host Nick Valdez to talk about everything that's going down as we come down to the finale. Welcome, Nick.
Hi, everybody. Howdy. And this really is it. This is it. And it's so funny that the most interesting thing happening in these last couple of weeks is the fight for second place, right?
Yes. Exactly. Chelsie basically, write her the big check now. We don't need to think about that anymore. It's who's she bringing to the end, and it's definitely Cam or Makensey, right? I don't know.
Yes. First, we do have to send off Chemo. I love Chemo. He played a great game, made it all the way to top 5, which is wild that, he survived that long without T-Core, because it really seemed like T-Core was the anchor. And as soon as she got eliminated, it was only a matter of time. But that time lasted longer than anyone thought it would. It lasted longer than I thought it would. I thought they'd be out right after one another. So shout out to Chemo. You did it. You did it.
You don't have to spend as long in that jury house, which I'm sure is always a benefit. It was sad to see him go home, but like you said, it was inevitable. He was definitely going. He was not gonna make any big moves. Once T-Core left, the wind was kind of out of his sails to do anything. So it was just kind of waiting around and seeing when he would be sent home. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel the same way about Rubina, because everything we see of her in every episode is her being like, I gotta win this comp to secure my safety. And then she doesn't win it, and she's like, oh man, she's kind of like a non-entity to me right now.
I feel so bad for Rubina because I'm always rooting for her. These last couple weeks, I've been rooting for her big time, and she seems like she's doing very well in these comps, only to then get steamrolled right there when she's picking up steam, right? She's starting to do it, she's gaining momentum, and then, there goes Cam, Chelsie, and Makensey just powering through.
And that's how his HOH went this week, whenever it was the track down the phrase from Ainsley and all this code competition started. I mean, she started off really strong, and it was kind of her and Chelsie at the end, but Chelsie won, of course. I mean, Chelsea's, this is her 4th HOH? Why do you even doubt her?
Yeah, cash her the check right now. Just put it in, direct deposit it. She's going to the finals, she's going to the final 2, and she's going to win. I think it's Chelsea's to lose, but in that way that everything would have to go wrong for Chelsie to lose. She's been riding such a high these last few weeks especially, which is wild too, because once the Pentagon blew up, remember that? One of the most iconic lines in Big Brother history?
Yeah.
Once that alliance went down, Chelsie was targeted, but she literally fought all the way back to the finale. So, shout out to Chelsie. I really, as much as I'm what a boring win. How dare you do so well?
Yeah. That's the toxic thing about Big Brother fans, is we love an underdog so much that by the end, if someone's done really well, we're like, I guess they should win. Of course Chelsie should win. She's by far played the best game of anyone left. It's just not a very exciting end. So, sorry Chelsie, I do think you deserve to win, but I might have a few comments about how I'm snoring through the finale.
Yes.
It's nothing personal.
Even her final stint as HOH. She's played such a great game that she's pitted her two biggest allies against one another. So she once again just rides into the top 3 just fine.
Yeah. The nominations, I was like, why do we even spend so much time on the nominations? Like, they don't even matter. It's just the veto that matters this week. But we spent like 40 minutes of this show. That's an exaggeration. But we spent a long time strategizing about who should go up. And it's like, let's just get to the veto. Let's not end with a cliffhanger, Sorry.
The cliffhanger where it's like, oh, who's going to win, Cam or Makensey? The fight for second place is super interesting because both Cam and Makensey want to eliminate each other, which is, once again, very funny because they've been on each other's side this entire time. Literally a week ago, Makensey was like, oh, I can't send any of them home. Where is that now?
They've been on each other's laps the entire season. It really has been quite a change. And you're right. I'm like, Chelsea's going to win, whatever. But the fight for second place is very interesting. I am excited to see what Cam and or Makensey do because as we go into this final veto, Rubina immediately, gets eliminated. Same with Chelsie. And we just have them coming down to it. If we have to be where we are in time, you couldn't write a more interesting end of the veto competition,
1000% agree because, for once, Rubina is not in danger unless we get the most boring outcome of this all and one of them wins and then decides to send Rubina home, which would negate all of this fun that we're having here, right? It was just, do what you're going to do, set out and take one another out. I want that to be the result because if it's Rubina being sent home, then like you said, what did we spend this week for? This was just a wasted week.
Although, honestly, if I were Makensey, I would want to vote out Rubina over Cam because Rubina has one more stuff than Cam. And I think Cam would have a much tougher time in front of a jury, just because he's done nothing but shout out his dogs at the crib, which has been my favorite part of the season.
If Rubina made the top 3, I would be excited because I'd have someone to root for, Chelsie, I'm just rooting for her, it's there. It's standard. I'm like, okay, Chelsie, go win your competition. Go win this. But I will be actively rooting for Rubina if she's in the top 3. Because, the thing is, too, is that whoever makes it to second, they are losing to Chelsie anyway. So let's just might as well have some fun with some unexpected people there in the other 2, right?
That's true. That's true.
But if Makensey does make it to the final 2, then we'll have a very interesting finale. Because Makensey is probably the only one left who has any kind of argument to stand next to Chelsie. Chelsie, yes, she's won so many HOHs, she's won things when needed, but Makensey has kept herself alive. She literally was an island for the first half of the competition, allied with Chelsie at just the right time, and kept and carried herself to this final. So she's also a comp beast, as we've seen. Yeah. And that'll make for a very interesting argument, and I would be very curious to see who the jury would vote for at the end of the day, because then maybe Chelsea's win wouldn't be on lock if Makensey somehow made it to the final 2.
That's true. We got a little hint of what the jury was thinking, and they were very complimentary of Chelsie during last week's segment, but I don't know, maybe the final speech, if Makensey really pulled something out, she could sway them, or maybe they really like Makensey. We don't really know what they're thinking, and we don't know what they know. So that would be definitely the most interesting final 2, and we're gonna see what happens whenever Sunday's episode airs. We only have Thursday's episode this week. There's no Wednesday episode, and then Sunday is the finale. Do you have any other thoughts before we head into finale week?
I mean, this is it. If Cam somehow makes it to the final 2, all Chelsie has to say is, I carried you here.
1,000%.
And that's
easy.
it. But it's the fight for second place that I'm very curious about, and I can't wait. I'm so glad that it got a little exciting right here at the end.
Yeah. Just enough to keep us coming back for more. They know that they've got us hooked. We are going to be recapping the finale for you next Monday, and so make sure that you like and subscribe down below. Drop a comment. How do you think it's going to shake out in the final 3 and then 2? Then head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor with Pop Culture.
And I'm Nick Valdez from Comic Book.
Bye, everyone.